Evening, guys, and happy Wednesday to all of your sunshiny faces. So guys, I woke up late today, just sort of like what else is new? That has just been my life lately. I did edit today, got to some other things that sort of needed to be done, but it's difficult to get things done when you keep trying to go to bed early, and you are going to bed early, and you wake up so late and you don't have any hours in the day because you're sleeping more hours almost than you're awake is kind of crazy. And like the more I sleep, the more tired I am. And so the more hours of sleep that I get, I'm exhausted. And so it's like all day I was like, I just want to go back to bed, and I was like, it's ridiculous because I got too much sleep. And so there's like that fine line, like oversleeping and it makes you tired, and not getting enough sleep and it makes you tired. But I would rather have the latter of the two, because I'd rather not have as much sleep and be tired than have too much and be tired, because I get cranky if I get too much sleep too. Like I said, there has to be a very, very fine line there. And for me, again, like I got too much sleep. Sometimes too, even if I do get the right amount of sleep, but I just like go to bed really late and wake up really late, and I am cranky sometimes because I woke up late, even though I got like 7-8 hours of sleep. But no, I got more than that today, and so I was like I just feel out of it and cranky and like extra tired because I got too much sleep, which is sort of ridiculous. So yeah, like I said, I don't know what to do, because I went to bed, I took a shower last night at about the same time it is now, and again going to go to bed at about the same time as yesterday. Actually, it's a little bit earlier. And so I was like, I don't even know what to do. I think I'm just going to like leave my phone nowhere near me though, because I do sometimes wind up on my phone for like a half hour before I fall asleep. And so I was like, maybe I should just like not touch my phone at all at night and leave it far away from me. And so I was like, you know what I'm gonna do before I go to bed is like check, like, you know, whatever that I would possibly check before I go to bed. I'm gonna do that right now, because like last night, like I said, I went to bed, actually probably was on my phone for closer to an hour, so I don't think I went to sleep until about 1 o'clock, which still isn't that bad, but I got almost like 11-12 hours of sleep, close to. Like, that's crazy. You're not supposed to get that much sleep. But on top of that too is like my internal clock has like shifted, and so no matter how early I go to bed, like there's one night I was literally in bed almost asleep by like I think 11:30 or something like that, and I still woke up at like I think maybe 10 o'clock or something like that. And so it's just like my internal clock cannot wake up and cannot get me up any earlier, and I just like don't feel like I've slept until, you know, like it's not, for me it's not the hours of sleep, it's the time that I wake up that my body just like adjusts to. So it's not like, oh, I've had 8 hours of sleep, that's perfect, now I'm ready to wake up. It's like, no, it's this time, and this is the time that I'm used to waking up. So that's why for me it's horrible when I get into this habit, because I have to break it and it's really hard. So then normally I need like at least like 2 to 3 days worth of like I get up at 8 or 9 o'clock, and then I can get back into a routine of constantly waking up at 8 or 9 o'clock instead of 10, 11, noon. And so yeah, but it takes that having to break said cycle to be able to then get up early. So yeah, and on top of that though, my little friend Bravo, who's on the floor right now, it had me scared last night because I was very concerned that he was going to throw up all over my carpet, because he didn't eat really. He ate like some dinner, and he had like he didn't eat any breakfast, and then he had some of his dinner last night, but when he was laying down he was acting really weird. Like he kept getting up like he was gonna like jump off my bed, and like almost started to like dry heave sort of, and I was like, oh my goodness, he's going to like puke all over my carpet. And so I was like super paranoid about that too. that like I just like, if nothing else, like at least throw up on the hardwood and not on my rug, you know, because that's a little bit easier to clean up than out of the carpet. And so that's why I was like, you know, I was like, if he jumps off my bed, I have to catch him and like at least get him off of my carpet. So what I actually did was I put a towel down on the floor, and I was like, hopefully if he really like, you know, is going to be sick, because like I said, I don't even know what was wrong with him, but he's been totally fine today. Every once in a while one of the dogs will just get like sick over something, or maybe like a hairball or something like that, but you know, so like I said, been totally fine today. And he wasn't like weird like out of it yesterday, it just he didn't want to eat. And at first I thought it was because I was actually yelling at him to eat. I was like, come on, like all the other dogs are finished and he's still he hasn't even touched his food yet. And I was like, come on Bravo, eat, like, you know, and now all the dogs are looking at me like, what, we're gonna eat again? So I thought that he was not eating because I was making a big fuss about it, sort of, and making a big deal. Like I was like, come on Bravo, like eat your food. I didn't realize it was because he probably, his stomach was upset about over something. And so yeah, then I thought I scared him from eating his food for breakfast and dinner, but he ate some of his dinner last night, so I thought he was feeling better. But then once he started like acting weird, like he was almost, like I said, I can tell when my dogs are going to throw up. And I also, like I said, get really paranoid because if nothing else, I don't want them to throw up on my carpet. Like that's the worst. So yeah, but he's fine now. So, but that was one of the things where I was like, what should I do about this? I was like, I feel really bad for like locking him in the hallway. So if he did wind up like throwing up in the middle of the night, at least it was on tile and it's much easier to clean up. But I felt really bad for like kicking him out. So he never did. But yeah, I was, like I said, that kept me up for a while, because I was like, he kept like sort of like almost like wanting to get off my bed, and he doesn't jump back up on my bed by himself. So then he will be on the side of my bed crying and scratching to try and get back up, because he wants me to pick him up and put him back on my bed, because he won't jump up on the bed on his own. If Charlie's on the bed. If Charlie's not on the bed, he'll jump up on the bed. Why? I don't know. This dog is so bizarre to me. I've never had a dog like this, but I think I know he knows I'm talking about him. So yeah, that's why. On top of that too, though, I didn't sleep very well because he wasn't sleeping very well either. Right? It's like when you're an actual parent and you're like, oh, the baby kept me up because it wasn't feeling well. That is exactly the same thing with having a dog. I was like paranoid that like, oh my gosh, is he sick? Like, is he going to throw up? And I'd prefer it not be in my carpet. And so he is listening to everything I say. He keeps his little ear keeps going back like this. He's not facing me, so every time I'm like talking about him, he knows, and he's like listening to me. It's cracking me up right now. So yeah guys, but I did everything. I got to pretty much everything I still wanted to do today, except I did my Jewel list yesterday. I totally forgot to do my Valley Produce and Caputo's ad, but the thing is that I already did the produce stuff for Jewel. I compared, so I don't really need to compare it to that, and it doesn't look like there's that much going on for either of those two stores, just some produce deals and that's sort of it. But we have to go there, like I said, tomorrow. So that's another reason why I need to be up early tomorrow, is because I'm going to have to make my list during the day so we can go tomorrow, or go Thursday. The thing that is happening though is that I think actually Jack's football season, so it's supposed to be six weeks and 6 games, I guess, and the last game of the season, I guess they don't have a freshman sophomore team, the like varsity team that's playing, the school that, you know, the varsity is playing doesn't have a freshman sophomore team, so they only have 5 games this season. Also, I think it's not this coming Friday, but next Friday, their game will be on Thursday because of Good Friday. And I think the kids are also on spring break that week possibly as well. So again, it's so weird because normally over fall they don't have like a break, you know, until Thanksgiving, which football's already over by that time. So the weird thing is that, again, they're going to be having football during spring break, which wasn't all that weird because Matthew used to have volleyball still over spring break also. And I don't know, I do think that they had a lot of times a game on like that, like Tuesday, because I think they used to have 2 games a week, like Tuesdays and Thursdays maybe. And I'm trying to think back to this. This was a long time ago. But I do think that like normally they would have a game on like that Tuesday of spring break. So, but it's weird that, again, there's like the football and it's, you know, because they have it this season and so there's football over spring break. I don't know, it's just a weird thing to say. But anyways though, yeah, I think that's what my dad said. And so like next week should be normal, but this week we're going to go to those 2 stores on Thursday, and then on Friday of next week do, I think, the normal shopping. Possibly, we maybe still will do it that way, I don't know. I just don't like how early it is in the week, but I actually don't mind. Like the Saturday morning is kind of fast, like doing Jewel, Walmart, and Aldi. It didn't seem like it took that long on Saturday. And Thursday night was like no time at all. Like I forgot that we even went to Valley Produce and Caputo's last week because it was so fast. And on top of that too, I think I made those freezer dinners on Friday of last week. So like the meat that I bought at Caputo's, I used already and like made the freezer dinners the very next day, which normally I don't do that. So that was really awesome too, because I kept going, oh my gosh, I bought meat at Caputo's last Thursday and I need to make it into, you know, freezer dinners and freeze it. And I was like, well, I did that already. So yeah, but like I said, guys, I am so annoyed that I literally cannot get up early enough, because I feel like at the same time too, again, I don't have enough time in the day to get the things done that I need to get done. I'm like, okay, well, you know, I've got an hour before I'm gonna go to bed and I can do like this thing and that thing, and okay, that's kind of it. Like I don't have enough time to be like, I can get everything done in the day that I normally get done, because I don't have enough time in the day. So on top of that too, the good thing is that I was able to say no, because the Cubs game, for some reason, the Cubs game's actually, I think, maybe ended already. But they were playing it like delayed, so it didn't start till 10 o'clock, and it went until 1 in the morning. And I was like, I could stay up and just watch that. And I was like, no, I'm gonna be good and try and go to bed early. The thing that will stink again is that if I am good, go to bed early and still wake up at the same time, I would have, if I would have went to bed at 1 o'clock and would have still been able to get more things done. So like I said, that's where my frustration really lies, is that, you know, I can stay up for another 2 hours, you know, sort of, and be like, okay, well, I'll try and get to some more stuff done since I didn't have that much time in the day, but wake up at the same time as I would have if I would have went to bed at 1 o'clock. Like, that's the part that frustrates me. So anyways, hopefully I will be able to get up earlier tomorrow, but I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.